Ladies and gentlemen, not many people know the history of Williams and Ree, but were there not for a certain group of gentlemen who call themselves the Oak Ridge Boys, Williams and Ree would not exist today. And we just want to bring enlightenment about what they've done for our career and get their reminiscences on some of the days that we traveled for years. They put us on the show to open the show for them. They were very cordial, and we want to get some of their reminiscences about those days of touring. So we'll start with, of course, the tenor singer, Mr. Joe Bonzel.
Well, I've got a mic here, Brother Bruce, and it's good to be here with you today.
It's good to be with you as well.
What year was Wilmer, Minnesota?
Wilmer, Minnesota was 1983.
Okay, well, that's the first night we saw Williams and Ree perform. Isn't that not correct?
Yeah.
March 25th. See, Terry knows. March 25th, 1983, on our American Made tour, you guys opened up the show for us in Wilmer, Minnesota, and we all stood off stage and laughed our cans off and thought, these guys are good. They're really funny. And I think it was Dwayne Allen who said to one of you guys that night, and this is Dwayne right here, you guys need to move to Nashville, and you need to move here now.
I did encourage them to move to Nashville and get on Ralph Emery's show, and they wound up getting their own television show with Florence Henderson, and they were a major hit on TNN network television, and their own popularity grew because of them. They are just talented, they're funny, and they've been friends of ours for over 3 decades now, almost 4 decades. And when we work with them, all the Oak Ridge Boys are backstage. We become their audience. When they come to see us, like a place like this out in the middle of nowhere in Arizona, we wind up with Terry and Bruce, and we have to have them tell us some jokes, and they lay some on us. They're our friends, and we're friends when we're home too. I've been over to Terry's house. We have a guitar pull over there, and everybody sings some songs, and we eat together, and we're really friends on and off the road.
I remember back when we first would do shows, we tried to emulate your bass singer, Richard Sturban, who's in the back. And a lot of times it came off badly because there's no way to hit those notes. I mean, only dogs can hear those notes, and that's why so many wild animals come running when Richard.
Yeah.
If
Well,
I could,
no,
if I
we
could
never
just
got that
add,
down.
if I could just add one thing, the first night we did with the Oak Ridge Boys, we replaced Lacey J. Dalton, and we got Lacey J. Dalton money. And then when Dwayne said, "Man, your boat's in. We need to use you in Lake Tahoe and Reno and Vegas, and we'll go to Canada and Connecticut," they took us everywhere. Immediately, 1/3 of the money. That's it. We lost all that money.
We didn't say we was going to pay you.
We would take you with us.
That's right.
And I remember Golden was so taken aback by our comedy because he's a man of few words, and I'd just like to get his take on those touring years.
Well, part of it I don't remember. And what I do, I don't want to talk about.
There you go.
Thank you, William Lee.
And if we could just get to close out, if we could just get one low note from Richard, I think that would be the perfect.
Well, let me just say one thing.
Okay.
The thing I remember the most about the two of you guys is that you both moved into my neighborhood. We used to have a very nice, calm, peaceful neighborhood. Yeah. But I will say this. Me and the Indian here, we ran you out. We ran you out of the neighborhood, so things are looking up.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fabulous Oak Ridge Boys.